Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away. This is your reading for next 4 weeks for the material stuff. And I'm going to start with your coffee cup. Then we're going to jump into your tarot. Let's see what we have. I already see an evil eye on the bottom here. So somebody might be watching what you are doing. I see there are two fish swimming, one big, one small fish swimming around your heart. And there's like a Tinkerbell type of a character. So maybe Tinkerbell can be inspiration. Tinkerbell has the flying dust. So can be someone who gives you a sound advice. And they're just, circling around your heart, creating this vacuum. Even can be described as like a tornado, which is movement. It can be inspiration, ideas can be coming to you, and or you starting to do something about your money story. And then the heart, the evil eye can be the person's eye that is turning towards you. Kind of reminds me of like someone, just you get immediate attention from this person. I don't think they're just going to approach and talk to you, but you're going to feel their energy around you, which can cause some sort of stuck feeling. I see there's a lightning strikes here. So before you get to there, lightning can mean two things. Actually, it can be maybe some of you are going through a tower moment. Okay, the tower is a sudden change. I'm sorry, guys. Sudden change that suddenly some things are like really crumbling down. Something maybe you wanted to kept intact. However, the problem with the tower is already failing. Okay, it's already crumbling down. And I feel this can even be some sort of like a dream that you want to build, but maybe the foundation wasn't strong. And the lightning bolt is the final blow to this, okay? But I don't feel like this is a negative thing for you because the foundation is there's a person right here. You see there's a man sitting down having his tea and he has a gramophone. I think that's the name of it, that old school. You put the play, I forgot to name that circle disc on there, and then it just plays it. I'm not talking about CD players. I'm talking about the old stuff. So he's enjoying his time. I feel some of you may be planning to build something with a person. You think that they are on board. They don't even mind. They're just in a compartment here. They're just minding their own business. That's why the lightning comes. So before maybe you even start to build this thing thinking that they will be support, this is actually going to crumble down. I feel this is a good one for you because then you can build it by yourself in a stronger and a more powerful way, which I see right away. Maybe the second week the things are going to start to pick up. This can even be maybe if you are working currently, maybe you're planning, you have a colleague, you're thinking, oh, we're going to actually quit together. We're going to do something together. I feel like that's not the person. And if that's the case, the tower might be you not really leaving where you are, dependent on this person's energy. Okay. So that's a positive thing. Can be also revealed to you. Maybe this person, the evil eye, can be coming from that one that is too close to you, that your skill set, your abilities are under their eye, okay? The evil eye, this actually is used for protection, guys, okay? You can hang this on a keychain or a bag. You can carry it, like the smaller ones now, they made like a little necklaces, very elegant. You can carry those around as well. But make sure it is kind of like a glass, because when this shatters, this means that it just actually have taken too much of the energy and it just shattered with that energy. So that's why I see here that maybe you might feel stuck, or I'm still here, I couldn't make any progress. It's not really that. It's actually you being saved from being let down in the future, okay? So if some of you have their financials are actually merged with someone else or planning to merge with someone else, and if it's not really going through, it can also be a saving moment for you, okay? Another thing I see here, there is a man inside of a cocoon. Kind of reminds me of a bad man from the past, and he has like electrodes going through. This kind of looks like a time machine inside of the head of someone. I kind of see like a person who's has like evil actions in the past, but this can be someone like a grandfather, like ancestral thing. That's why I'm going to interpret this as this person is like in a cocoon, like a baby, maybe someone who's being taken care of right now in the family, and they might be wrapped up in something. Maybe it's their time to go. It can connect to an inheritance issue. Okay. If that's not the case, there's a person, maybe you're thinking, I'm going to take this down, maybe a higher authority than you, but might be wrapped in cotton, which in my language, this means that this person is protected, that instead of dealing with their energy, everything comes from you, that you need to focus on your wealth creation rather than thinking that they can prevent you where you're going, okay? Because I don't think they can. I don't think they have this energy here because they are already babied by others. They're not capable of taking anything else from you. I see a letter X marked right under this person though. You know what this means? I see this like a kind of reminds me of the pole on one of those pirate ships, you know, that carries the sails. It just sunken right there, folding down, and there's an X mark right next to it. So this person might be like pushing you towards being a little bit pirate energy. You can take it as in the sense of being against the authority, okay? And the authority might be like this person can be the authority, using the authority for bad, and now it's actually making you go out of your own way and find different ways out of the situation that you're in. I don't mean this is illegal ways. This is not what I mean by that. It means that this is different creative ways, loopholes maybe even, okay? That's even acceptable sometimes in some terms. We have the number X is where the treasure is marked. So the sunken ship doesn't have to be your sunken ship either. This can be someone who you can ask for help. Maybe they have been through the paths that you were, and now they have a treasure map buried. Like they have a treasure map, the X marked the treasure map, and you can get there and dig up the treasure from that space. Okay, maybe that's what you need to do this time, because I see this person, there's a hound above them, so they're protected. There's no way you can enter into their space, okay? Instead of dealing with them, there's a different treasure marked right under them, and sometimes conflict actually brings you to redirects you to the treasure, okay? And I see there's a clear paper showing up here, and that can be the solution, that can be the response, answer, the approval that you're looking for coming from another source, another positive energy. I see a nose in the mouth of a man here. I see letter S, number 5, S-E. S can be in the first name or the last name of a person, and an E right there. So it's just the better options available, and it's becoming visible. Within the third week, you can see there's like a shape here. It kind of looks like a block. Has many things, like meanings. It can be a pathway that is filled with people. Maybe you're heading on a road that has a lot of competitors or a lot of people on the same path with you. Kind of looks like a tower, but upside down. Kind of looks like a hat. It reminds me of the hat of Nefertiti. This can be your thinking cap, which has a lot of thoughts in it. You need to put it on, but you need to select the thoughts that are useful to you within the third week. Another thing here, we have someone, the mouth, eyes, the sulking mouth, the nose, you can see they're in this mess. There's a dog right here. Number 8 is material satisfaction. I see the letter S again, and we have A and another 8 with, this is actually the symbol of eternity. So someone is sad in this space. Maybe you're entering into that space and figuring out why they're sad, and maybe you're the one who's coming up with a solution. Or this can be a person, dog is loyalty. This can be a person who has a loyal servant, someone who's loyal to you. Maybe you're connecting with them and your services can help them resolve something, okay? So 8 can be you're getting first payment and then this turning into a long-term something. Okay, this can be a resource abundance. But I would like to add this because we have, as human beings, we have this feeling when we were babies, because we have been fed, not all of us, but some of us, and we think that the baby phase continues all of our life long. When I say something, there's like a road here that you're going to enter into it. What do I say? That you're going to step into that space, or maybe you're going to be able to, you're going to be the one finding this person that is sulking, that is sad, that is sick, that needs your help. So your action is necessary here, and everybody reflects your energy back to you as well. Every action happening in your, everything happening in your life reflects your energy, where you're standing energetically. That's a reflection of that. That's why when I say there's a person, I feel like some of you have healing powers, but the healing doesn't have to be specifically medicinal healing. If you are someone who has, maybe you're a teacher and you have a very valuable information that can be taught to this person, and then you're the healer of this person, okay? So it's about seeing yourself as the savior. I see letter S and number 3. S3 can symbolize like maybe a building number, a street number for some of you, a floor number, a doorbell. And I see goggles, glasses on top of it. So this can be something that will require you to put your glasses on and read carefully, okay? It can be a situation also has some fine prints for you. We have an offer coming forth. This can be 2 legal papers separately that you need to go through and sign. And also I see after, like this is not going to be something continuing for the long term, because I see kind of like a mine entrance here. They're miners, they're wearing mine caps, hats above their head, and there's just maybe a volcano is bubbling above them. This can be a literal situation, guys. I see the letter S again, and I'm showing it so you can see too. I see letter E, and then there's an S, R, residence, and I see A, Reza. It can be a name. And it is actually moving towards, this environment is turning into like a heart shape, one man standing, and maybe one man will be victorious. If that's the case, I don't think this is a positive thing. However, because the miner's under a mountain here, but it can be like a saving mission, okay? A physical saving mission, if that's the case. Or this can be like going down the mining to find a treasure, maybe a group of people and you're a part of it, and you're finding, maybe you're finding something, you're researching something and coming up with a solution. It can be that as well. But like I said, it can be a literal situation too. Maybe you are, maybe someone in the family, they might have, this doesn't have to be happening right this moment. You might have like a grandfather who was a miner, okay? Maybe he was going under the coal mining, and there is something, maybe he's leaving, he left, that you're going to connect with too. It can be symbolizing that, okay? I know it's a strange thing, it's very specific, but I feel like there's somebody who needs to hear this message. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see there's a man here. I feel like this is maybe the miner. Your desire is something that has some time, guys. But in the meantime, this is not really something that is going to save the day. There's other stuff coming from different sources. Even if you think this is what's going to save the day, there's other sources coming to feed you. I feel like you need to become aware. There is like a sprout here. You can see the 2 leaves. So whatever that planted is going to grow. So plant the seeds of good stuff, gratitude, love, and maybe good projects rather than sadness and despair. Because everything grows. A human mind is like the Mother Earth. Whatever you plant in it, it just grows. It doesn't differentiate between a deadly poison or corn, okay? We have here, very strange, again, there's a like upside down funnel. It seems like someone's face here. And there's a letter V. So there you're attached to it. You might have someone, okay, there's a second desire coming in. Some of you might have like a female figure in your life. Maybe you're feeding this person something, or you're cutting, you have a axe in your hand and you're cutting this person out of your life, okay? If that's the case, this can be someone who has a draining energy. That's why I felt maybe you are thinking that there's someone in your life you can build together, but that person might not be it. Okay. And when you recognize it, it's immediately you're maybe disconnecting. I'm not saying the access for hurt. This is not what I mean. Absolutely not. It's about disconnection, immediate disconnection. Okay. So it can be someone maybe benefiting off your energy, using your resources whenever they want to, but when you need them, they never show up. And now this is your decision to disconnect completely and pull that energy back to you. I see that this is going to upset someone in your life. Maybe you're actually allowing this person because of another person's approval. But this is also, you see how much you're expanding outside your comfort zone. This is actually something that is holding you back in the same energetic level, maybe in the same payment level. Or same resource abundance level. Maybe there's a person you're always sharing what you have with them, but you never get anything back, and it's just an energy drainage. I see letter E here. E can mean someone's first name or the last name. Maybe that person you need to be aware of, you need to cut off. But I told you, this is your sprout. E can also be someone new that you're going to allow into your life. It can be your project. E, electronic project, maybe you're going to start to work on. Overall, it's looking good. But the thing is, when you do what's necessary to get rid of those that are draining your energy, I feel like your sources are going to start becoming more than enough. And it's going to start, maybe you're going to actually start to have bigger fish coming into your life. Okay, fish in coffee cup can represent opportunities. Let's pull your tarot now. I channeled yesterday a new type of reading. So we're going to first look into what's coming your way. And then the second set of cards, I'm going to look into how you're going to achieve that, okay? And let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Here we see the whirling dervish actually like connecting with the universe. That's what they do. They receive from the creator and then they give back to the earth here. Whirling dervishes, okay? And energetically first you start and then you start to do it material way. We have the Queen of Swords and Six of Wands. This is looking very good. This is where you're going to end up. Seems like there's a change happening. That's what's going to happen. And then how it's going to happen. We're going to get to that. There's a change happening in your life. It can happen fast for some of you. It can happen gradually for some of you. But this is going to put you in a place of clarity. Now, because of the Queen of Swords, you will know where you are, where you're standing, the decisions that you need to make, who's behind you, who's in front of you, who's by your side, who's preventing you to move forward. You're going to have this like crystal clear vision of things. And this doesn't mean that you're going to be only stoic and logical. You're not going to tap into your intuition. Because we have the Queen energy, means that you're going to be connected to the unseen powers as well. And again, but you're going to also express yourself very clearly and in a very stoic again way, that you're not going to think about what they're going to feel at the end of the day. I'm not talking about being cruel when you're speaking your words. Tactfulness, honesty without tact is cruelty, basically. I don't think this is the case, but you're going to really protect yourself this time, okay? Six of Wands is a clear victory. You're coming back from the war victorious, and the bow and arrow symbolizes maybe you have many blessings left from this endeavor, or maybe you're going to bring many blessings through this endeavor too. And the horse is always a good omen. It means wish fulfillment. How are you going to get there? First, we have the Sultan here, the Emperor. We have Seven of Swords, okay. The thing is, Sultan, even though it is used for masculine in the past, in my language today, we use it for only feminine. It's an additional. Or, yeah, feminine, female name. It's a female name, basically, Sultan. Sultan. So we have here how you're going to get there. How you're going to get there is, first, you're sitting on the throne. This is discipline, guys. Sultan, the emperor, he's organized, he's disciplined, he can make the hard decisions and he moves forward. This is fire energy, he has sun behind him. So he doesn't look back, he doesn't dwell on what didn't come through. He just looks in the future and acts accordingly because he has a lot of power, authority, and responsibility. And when you embody the energy of that, the wheel of fortune is going to start turning here. Following that, we have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can mean two things. This can be conflict happening behind your back, that you're handling it very well. But this can also symbolize Seven of Swords is you being tactical. Rather than showing your hand to everyone, being tactical, being practical, and also like doing things without advertising it, without showing all what's in your hand. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the energy of planting the seeds carefully, nurturing what you're planting, being patient with it rather than rushing. And the horse again here is a good omen, even though knights actually ride the horses. I feel like in this case, because he's not really riding the horse is growing. This is your wish. Growing through the field that you are planting and nurturing. This can be mental field, guys. This can be affirmations and the meditations that you're doing, prayer sessions. It can be physical actions that you're taking for your future. Wheel of Fortune comes here. Some of you might, when you just start to see the change, you might feel doubt, somehow a little doubt about, is it going to change for me for the better? And this is your mental state. I feel like you should leave the doubt behind. That's also a challenge that you're going to face. When you receive what's going on is going to start pay off, you might start to feel a little doubt and maybe even feel intimidated to go back to your old ways. That's the devil energy. Because there's a mindset change definitely happening. The way you see money, the way you approach wealth, abundance is definitely changing. And the devil is the energy that pulls you back to the past again and again. Says like, don't go there, don't be wealthy, don't make money. Oh, it's so hard to handle. It's just, what are we going to do with so much responsibility, a lot of work to do? That can be like something that is slowing down the progress here. With the six of wands. Either way, white horse. You're going to have the victory, okay? But I feel like the mind needs to be in the right place in order for you to enjoy the victory. Think of it this way. When you go to a graduation, you finish the school, you went to your graduation, and you go to your graduation, you see everybody celebrating, and you keep thinking, oh, all the things that I have been through, all that professors being an a-hole to me, and they were just dragging me, and it was such painful, the worst years of my life. If you feel and think that way, you wouldn't enjoy the graduation. Even if you cry about it, it doesn't matter. It's done now. You're graduating. You have the victory. You're out. And you have the diploma. You can find a job. Maybe you have some things lined up. Instead of focusing on what could have been, what should have been, what has been, focus on the moment of the victory here. That's why 601 is coming twice to remind you that, okay? And when I told you how we can get there, have authority. Pisces Hangman is, I'm not going to say pause here because this is like opposite of each other. This is fast movement. This is actually slowness and pause. This is about perspective change. That's why before you get to here, you need to start changing the perspective. Everything happens for a reason. If you keep looking at the past and seeing things as like, oh, poor me, or if this person would have helped me, I would have been here and there. You are in the right place in the right time, right this moment already, okay? That's why the Hangman is for you to pause in those seconds when you're feeling frustrated and see that everything happens for a good reason. Seven of Swords, we have Death card here. So I'm going to interpret this again. I told you, this can be you being strategic, and also it can mean someone actually doing things behind your back. Death card tells me that's coming to an end. If you're thinking that they're going to create a plot against me, they're going to take it away from me, nobody can take away what's meant for you. Death card is an ending of that situation here. We have with the Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess, Again, the High Priestess is your energy here, which is telling you that you know better. You know, you have the mental, physical, and connection to the divine, as well as Torah in your hand. Is like book knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Everything is guiding you towards to plant the right seeds. Meaning, if you have like here some online get rich money quick scam, you know it's a scam. You know it deep down it's a scam. It's not true. Okay. But if you hear about, or if you research, find a good investment opportunity, you know, you have the knowledge, understanding, and intuition even to know that it is going to work. And your gut feeling is telling you. So be honest with yourself before you step into something. Okay. We have here 6th house. I'm rearranging my daily routine. I feel like that's what's going to help you sit on the thrones of the emperor. Okay, if you're having like a routine that is not really fitting for someone who can manage a lots of abundance, maybe you need to start rearranging that just a bit for you. Gradually, we have Neptune retrograde. I challenge misconceptions. That's also important too, because like I said, there's a new era you're stepping in. Uranus, we have a profound change is taking over me. We have with the Wheel of Fortune already approved that, yes, the change is coming. And let's pull one more. 10th house, I balance my social roles. Like this is really, 10th house, I feel like here represents the social roles, that what you do. This is our, yeah, this is your, what you do, what are the names that you have. Okay, you're a mother, you're a father, you're a worker, teacher, maybe you're an ancestor to the grandchildren. So this is actually, you see the hands are being pulled by too many social roles. This can really have create a little bit confusion in your energy too. Okay. This is the most important lesson here is like know where you're standing and know your roles and pick them carefully and perform them carefully as well. Okay, don't let them just drag you. When you're a mother and if you're carrying the whole world on your back, maybe you can actually start to try to balance that role a little bit. Okay, you can just call your power back instead of just being in service all the time. I'm not talking about if you're the youngest children, but if you have teenagers, you can also start being a mentor for them. Kind of like I'm trying to exemplify, but I feel like this is such a very specific card for some people, for some of you, that you know what your social roles are and you know how to balance them, and it's time to just do that. We have a unicorn for you here. You see those little pictures, the orbs actually symbolize the spirits, and you're the first one ever got a unicorn here. This orb is enabling you to receive a direct connection with the unicorns. As you look at this card, the unicorns are pouring energy from their horns of light and directly into your heart and mind. You are reminded that they are giving you the dignity and strength you need to fulfill your divine mission in this life. Your guidance is to invoke the unicorns to help you achieve your higher visions and the desires of your soul. Okay, guys. Right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.